Hello everyone. So in this video training, I'm gonna let you know some of the newly introduced features in C Sharp 14, and I will let you know that how these features are going to play vital role in making your code more simpler, and you can achieve the symmetry as well as a well-structured code at the end of the day. So first feature we are going to discuss, that is the extension blocks. So for more than a decade, C Sharp developers have relied on extension methods to extend the existing types. But with C Sharp 14, Microsoft has introduced a game-changing feature called extension blocks. And this is not just a syntax update, it is a fundamental shift in how we design APIs in C Sharp. So in this video, I'm gonna let you know that what newly introduced features we have in extension blocks and how these features are going to play a vital role in writing clean and well structured code. So before I write the code and write the example for the extension blocks, let's understand the scenario. So for example, you have different data types just like a list, string, enumerable, right, or double. So you don't have any generic data type to check whether any of them is empty or not. Every data type has its own way to check whether it is empty or not. So for example, if we talk about strings, so in order to check that string is empty or not, we will write string dot is null or empty, but this method is associated with this string type itself. It is not the generic method. So if we would like to write a generic way or generic method which will check the empty values with any of the data type, then how we can do that? Earlier, that was not possible because extension methods were associated with these specific data types, right? And we write this keyword in a static clause and then specify the data type, and then we can extend the behavior. But in this example, I'm going to show you that how we can have the generic way of checking empty values with all the data types, right? So first of all, I'm going to write the example here. What I will do, I will create a class called extension blocks, right? Dot .cs, right? And over there, I'm going to create a static class, static public static, and then I will write class um, enumerable ex, right? And then so it's if you are going to write something with the extension block, then it has its specific way of writing. So first of all, you have to write the word extension, and then you need to define the template type T, and then I enumerable, and then you just need to refer T, and then the name of the variable. So in my case, it is called source, right? And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to say that public bool is null is empty, right? That's the most suitable name, is equal to, so source dot any, right? So now if any of the source which I'm going to pass from the outside is empty, then I will have the value true, otherwise I will have the value false. So I will go to my this class program.cs, and I'm going to write a very simple code which is basically uh, creating the list of integers. So I enumerable, right? And then I will say int, and then we'll define the numbers is equal to new, and it's just array, and over there I'm going to write 2 3 4, right? And so with this data type, what I'm going to do, I will write console dot write line and numbers dot is empty. So this is the extension block which I have defined earlier here. So now what I'm going to do, I will define one another variable or one another object with the empty number. So I will say number, no numbers, for example, numbers, and over there I'm going to make it empty. So I will say array dot empty, right? And I will type, define the data type int, and let's check what we have with no numbers, right? So now no numbers, right? And now let's compile the code and see that what the result we are getting with the help of this extension block. So now let's run this. So you can see here that we have the false with this because we have the numbers in that array, but for the second variable we are getting true, right? So you must be getting confusing because I have used the IEnumerable here, and I'm using the example of the IEnumerable here as well. So let's get rid of this. So let me create a very simple string called string for my string, right, is equal to empty, right? So now if I would like to check whether this is empty or not, so what I'm going to do, I will write my string, all right, my string, right, and let's get rid of this. And because earlier I have the array, and definitely the confusing part is that I'm using IEnumerable here as well, but that is not specified with the data type. It will check the variable, scan the variable thoroughly, right? So now this is my string, and now let's run this and let's see what we are getting. So you can see my string is empty and I'm getting true. And if I pass some value here, ABC, for example, and I will run this, then you can see here that I'm getting false here. So this is the magic. And this number, this with this approach, you can have one generic method to check whether it is empty or not with all the data types.